This week's new releases will bring a reckoning with its revelations of imposters in the darkness. Hi, I'm Jamie Segarra and this is your Press Pause Daily. First up, we have Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning. This game is a single-player action role-playing game that has some heavyweight talent behind it, starting with lead designer Ken Rolston, who worked on The Elder Scrolls 3 and 4. Also involved was fantasy author R.A. Salvatore, who created the game's universe, and comic legend Todd McFarlane, who created the artwork. The game itself will feature unique real-time combat with an in-depth character creation system that features many races and character customization. There are millions of skills, abilities, weapons, and armor to choose from. It has a beautiful open world and features a destiny system that will change the game depending on how you built your character and the items you have equipped. Combat will depend heavily on how you've designed your character, and there are also unique special attacks that are based on the type of weapons you have equipped. If you love your role-playing with a big side of action, then this sounds like just the game to scratch your RPG itch. Next up, we have the latest entry in the long-running Resident Evil series making its way to the 3DS. Resident Evil Revelations features a brand new story set between the events of Resident Evil 4 and 5, and will feature series favorites Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. Shortly after the creation of the Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance, a major bioterrorism event happens and the BSAA is called to investigate. The game looks to bring the classic survival horror gameplay of earlier games, with action taking place aboard an infected ocean liner among other locations. The game will make use of both the 3DS system's 3D visuals as well as using the touchscreen to help solve puzzles. If you own a 3DS and are looking for some good creepy fun, this might be just the game for you. Next, we have the sequel to the surprise hit game based on the Top Cow comic book series, The Darkness. The Darkness 2 again has you playing as Jackie Estacado, who has now become head of the Franchetti crime family and has contained the power of the Darkness. Now that power wants out, and there are also others who want the power for themselves and will stop at nothing to obtain it. All of this precipitates a full-scale mob war, with you right in the middle of it. As with the last game, this is a first-person shooter, and you have the ability to use weapons or your darkness powers to take out your enemies. This time, the developers have added what they are calling quad wielding, which will allow you to use both weapons and darkness powers at the same time. There will be many weapons and powers for you to use, and the game will also have multiplayer options, including a 4-player co-op mode called Vendettas that will run parallel to the main single-player story. With its intense comic book storytelling and distinctive noir visual style, The Darkness 2 could be a nice little FPS palate cleanser for those of you still playing Call of Duty. And lastly this week, we have an interesting downloadable title that sounds completely ridiculous, but awesome at the same time. Gotham City Impostors is a multiplayer-only first-person shooter that pits two teams against each other as they try to kill their opponents. The twist is that one team is dressed as Batman, the other as the Joker. Like I said, ridiculous, but awesome. The game will have 8-player simultaneous gameplay and has an over-the-top visual style. The game will feature traditional weapons like guns and knives. It'll also have more outlandish weapons like a jack-in-the-box grenade and a rocket launcher made of PVC pipes. You'll also have access to many gadgets such as grappling hooks, glider wings, and roller skates. This sounds like something that could be really dumb fun, and as a $15 downloadable title, it sounds like an easy choice. That'll do it for your daily dose of Press Pause. If you missed the show yesterday, you can catch all our previous episodes up over at presspause.mevio.com. Also, why not head on over to our YouTube page, youtube.com/presspausemevio, and subscribe.
You know what's just as cool as video games? Savings!
Need a rental for your next out-of-town trip? Why not head to Avis and choose from a wide selection of vehicles that will suit your needs? Just go to avis.com/pause today and you can save 10% off any reservation or $30 off a weekly rental.
Dude, that's awesome! Save yourself some money!